So, I've been thinking. About lots of things whilst fishing. Such a tranquil activity, and my mind wanders. And I've had a lot of time to think whilst fishing, because I've been trying, and I'll continue trying, to get a silk touch book from fishing. I mean, don't tell Grian, but I've already got this. It really didn't take me very long, but silk touch is what we need. And I could go and find a villager and trade with him, but I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying fishing on my old wooden fishing dock with our friend, the cat that we rescued from the witch hut. Something unforeseen and unfortunate happened to its owner, and we are just so kind and generous that we rescued her. But yeah, now she sits beside us. And I don't know if it's me, but I feel quite lucky with her sitting here next to us. Some say that cats do bring luck fishing. Some ancient traditions believe that. So I'm quite content fishing here peacefully. I've got my company. She doesn't say much, but she's here with me. Sometimes that's more valuable anyway. I think we often neglect the value of silence, of sharing silence with someone. Yeah, it's not normally something we do. I think in this modern age, there's almost an awkward fear and anxiety around silence. I've definitely felt it when I was younger, I think, because I'm naturally such a quiet person. And I talk quite slowly. I think I found myself in many an awkward silence with other people growing up. And I think you start to feel a little bit like you're the weirdo, you know, like everyone else is just chattering and chunnering away and you're just being quiet. But people are different. And it's okay to be quiet. If anything, I think many people wish they could be more quiet. I think there's so much going on in our minds these days that it's almost impossible to be quiet because we don't have peace and quiet up in our mind. It feels almost unattainable. But I've been finding, as I've gotten older, to embrace the quiet, embrace silence and stillness. I think that's what the movement towards meditation the Western world has slowly started to adopt from the East has been about, of letting go of all your noisy thoughts and trying to be still. It can be quite difficult, especially for some. But it is important, and it's very valuable when you can, to just sit in silence. And you can reflect inward and try to bring a peace into you. Or what I find is easier is shutting up, sitting in silence by myself and noticing, paying attention to every little thing around me. I think it's a lot easier to do in nature because there's so much quiet little activity happening that we don't notice. We pass by and we completely ignore, most of us. But if you sit quietly and pay attention, so much is happening. Leaves rustling and insects scurrying about their day. The wind, sunlight, the way sunlight scatters through leaves and creates shadows that dance on the floor. I think that's where a lot of beauty in things like poetry have come from, of someone choosing to shut up and pay attention, and you start to notice things. You start to notice the beauty around you, instead of how most of us spend our days, worrying about the silly little things that are bothering us day to day, our worries, our present anxieties that honestly next year you won't even remember. You won't even remember the things that are bothering you right now. And I know that's very easy for me to say. It's sometimes almost impossible to... There we go. Just like this. Perfect example of how your worries will catch up with you. Almost impossible to ignore. I'm trying to relax here. And here are my worries, ruining my evening. That was so perfectly timed. Yeah, see you later. Thanks for that. Well, to be fair, maybe fishing at night time is not quite the best idea. Let's run up back to camp and have a sleep, and we'll come back in the morning and carry on our fishing. Maybe tomorrow we'll get silk touch. Speaking of worries, something that I have found myself worrying about. Oh, you should not be here. It's the daytime. Yeah, I really wish I wasn't. But I have noticed since making videos again that I'm starting to care. I'm starting to find myself caring about views and numbers and all of those silly things, those silly YouTube things that really don't matter. But I think when you put so much effort, so much time and effort into making something, into creating something, and then for whatever reason, but potentially even for reasons completely out of your control, your little video just doesn't get many views. It's very difficult to not take that on as a reflection of the thing you've created. It's such an easy trap to fall into. because I don't want to make videos for views. I don't think anybody should make videos for views. I think people resonate and appreciate content that is, even the word content, creations that are made for the joy of it, made because the person loved making it. And I do love this. I love making these videos, and I'm really loving this new world and intentionally taking it very slowly. So I'm gonna try not to focus on views and numbers and all of these things, because they don't matter. Well, all that matters is enjoying this. And so many of you do enjoy this, and you tell me with such wonderfully kind words how much you enjoy it. So I think it's almost a disservice to all of your kindness to focus on the negatives, right? To focus on the fact that, I don't know, maybe your last thumbnail wasn't very catchy and people didn't click it. It's stupid. I really don't like it. So let's try not to do that. Let's focus on what we do like, what we do enjoy. And honestly, I think that's why I've chosen to just fish for an entire episode. Because I don't care. I don't care if this is good content. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to play the game. I want to make something I love. So I guess we're fishing. And I have no idea how long this is going to take. This is not something I can control. I guess we just get a silk touch book when we get one. And in the meantime, I'm just going to relax here with our friend, who maybe needs a name. I did ask you guys for name ideas, but now I'm not so sure. Like I've said before, my brain loves to overthink everything, and I've been thinking about it. Does giving something a name denote some kind of ownership over the thing? Like, is she no longer her own entity, her own being, if I name her, claim her, You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying about this fictional, pixelated cat in this game? Does it make sense to you that I care if she feels a sense of being owned? Or I might feel a sense of guilt having claimed ownership over this Minecraft cat. I don't know if anyone needs to think this much. I don't know if it's necessarily beneficial. But that's the way I am. Maybe we should do something about this shipwreck. I've been staring at it now for a good while. Ooh. Oh, I got excited. Loyalty 3. That's not what we want. But yeah, maybe you should do something about this shipwreck. I don't know. Seems a shame to just leave it floating there in the lake. Maybe I could somehow haul it up onto shore and repair it. Get it floating again. Get it sailing again. It sounds like a nice project for the future. Get ourselves a sailing ship. Travel these seas. Oh, the excitement followed by the disappointment every time now. Yeah, I think that could be a cool build. Like a little shipyard, shipwrights, shipbuilders. Well, that'd be cool. I guess like a workshop for a shipwright. I don't know. I don't know what this thing's... I need to look this up. I'm obviously going to need to go and look that up to find out what it is I mean. But yeah, an area in our bay for working on vessels before they get sent off to sea. And maybe we could do that with that shipwreck. Rescue it, reclaim it. Because yeah, that's kind of the vibe, I think. I want to build quite a coastal town. I could see, I don't need any more fishing rods. This one's perfect that I have. Yeah, a little coastal town that will grow in time. I'm kind of envisioning. I mean, it's going to be a long time before it gets to anywhere near this, but in the seaside town in Kiki's Delivery Service, the Studio Ghibli movie. I just think it's beautiful. Beautiful film. I think at one point it might have been my favorite Ghibli movie. Now I think that I'm a bit older. I think it's Only Yesterday, which is one that not many people have seen. I think I actually shared it with you guys at the end of one of my videos in one of my something I like and want to share with you segments, which I'm sure some of you have noticed have gone away. Yeah, I found I was getting copyright strikes from YouTube for using other creators' content, which is silly, because I was literally recommending and sharing their channels for you to go and watch and go and enjoy their stuff, right? So, I don't know. It kind of made me not want to bother, which is such a shame, because I was sharing things with you that I enjoyed. Sharing things that would then send people to their channels and enjoy their content, their creations. But YouTube says no, so it's fine. But yeah, anyway, I think the plan for this area is a sleepy coastal town, which in time will grow into kind of like the busy, bustling town in Kiki's Delivery Service. I think that would be wonderful if I could achieve that one day. But yeah, as you can tell, we're taking things very slowly. Some could argue too slowly, to the point that we're not even building anything. But I'm appreciating the slow start. I'll get there. I'll get all my basic infrastructure. I'll get that set up. Get the things I need. And yeah. She kind of reminds me a little bit of the cat from... Oh. Oh, wow. A storm. I love a storm. Fishing in a storm. Mom's gonna spawn. Oh, this is great. I love this. The immersive thunder mod is what is giving us the directional light thunder sounds. See, like that one was quite far away. Just rumbling in the distance. That's so cool. And then when it's nearby, it's a big crack, you know. And that's so immersive. I love it. Yeah. But yeah, she kind of reminds me of Gigi in Kiki's Delivery Service. I know Gigi was a boy, but it's quite a unisex name, right? And to be fair, I'm the only one who's decided she's a girl cat. It's Minecraft. I don't think there are any gendered pets. I don't think there's any gendered anything. Which, you know, maybe that's a good thing too. Oh, oh, I love this. I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time fishing in a storm with my friend Gigi. Yeah, I think that's her name. Forget what I said about the name ownership. I'm gonna call her Gigi. I didn't mention, but I changed the default to vanilla cat sounds because she always sounded distressed. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed this with the cat noises in vanilla Minecraft, but they're quite annoying. Like meows as if she wants something or as if she's unhappy. So yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell, especially with the rain, but whilst she's been sat here beside me, she just makes happy cat noises instead. Little purrs, little noises. Yeah, I don't think you can hear anything right now with the thunder, but yeah, that's something. And I added it to the mod pack, so if any of you guys want to play with the exact mods I use, I said it last episode, but yeah, you're welcome to download the mod pack that I've made for everybody. Link is in the description. Also, if anyone has any ideas of mods that might fit the vibe of what we're going for, it's kind of vanilla, but more extra immersive, but not to the point of you know, having to worry about cold weather and freezing to death and hunger, thirst and things. Immersive, more like being in the surroundings and the ambient sounds, ambient creatures and things. I think in the future, if I can afford to, I would love to commission somebody to make an extensive ambience mod. Nothing that adds anything too drastic, but just peripheral things. Birds that fly in the sky and flocks that drift past. Like you don't even need to be able to interact with them, like not adding a new mob in any way. But yeah, flocks of birds or insects and grasshoppers and these kind of things, you know. Cicadas. I don't know how you say that. I don't know how you say that, but this kind of ambience. So yeah, if anybody has any mod ideas, we're running out of space. I think if we find a few more unique items, maybe I'll call it a day. Go and sleep through the storm. Yeah, just let me know. Leave me a comment or message me on Patreon, which I don't often mention Patreon, but it's there. I've been uploading the little builds. Ooh. No. Oh well. Yeah, I've been uploading the little builds that we've done so far. I know I haven't made much, but going forward I plan to upload the things we build here. Just to share it with you guys, you know. So I'll stick them on Patreon or for members here on YouTube. And also, you know, it helps support me and the making of these videos. I think it's such a fine balance between asking for help and expecting support like that. I don't think anybody should have to support the creators that they enjoy. I don't think some people could even afford to, and I think that's fine. I don't think you have to earn your creators' respect by giving them money. I don't believe in that, but it's also unfortunately the situation of life, right? We need money. We need money to exist and to do the things we enjoy. So, yeah. I'm glad in a way that things like Patreon and YouTube memberships and all the other platforms that exist to support small creators, I'm glad they exist. I think so many people wouldn't be able to do the things they love without the shared support of the people that enjoy them. So, yeah, I'm not going to ask too many times, but I think since we're talking about it, I will ask if anybody would like to support me in making these videos. That's how you can do it. Patreon or YouTube membership. Yeah, that's probably the only time I'll ever ask. So, if you made it through, 25 minutes of me talking nonsense, and you're still here watching, then I don't know. Maybe you're already the kind of person that enjoys what I make and what I do. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool in the future when there's just a whole portfolio, a repertoire of all the little builds we've made, and people can go and download them and use them in their world. I think eventually I will also upload a world download for people to explore, but not yet. Like, this is still very new. This world is very new, and exploring it myself is kind of part of the fun right now. Yeah, I feel a bit precious over it, to be honest. Like, this is my little world, and I'm inviting you in to share it with me and share the exploration and the building of everything we're going to create. But I don't know, 20, 30 episodes down, when hopefully we've actually built something. And yeah, maybe I'll upload a world download. Probably on Patreon. But yeah, not yet. Not just yet. For now, this world is mine. All for me. Okay, well, now we're full. GG, we'll be back later. I'm gonna brave the mobs and get back to camp. Oh. Yeah, I love a storm, but that is the issue. Oh, I just fall off the seat. That's poor design on my part. Maybe I should fix that. Oh, okay. Well, so thankfully we have our bow and arrows, since we spent a whole episode walking to find chickens, so yeah, we're fine. Let's go and sleep away this storm. Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of nice to have a little break. I'm gonna sleep away the storm and carry on in them. You can only sleep at night during thunderstorms. It is a thunderstorm. Is the thunder stopped? Well, let me empty all our stuff and we'll carry on. So I just had myself a real life break and decided to ask you guys if there's anything you wanted to ask me whilst I'm here fishing and rambling about everything. And yeah, so I have a few questions, which I like this. I like this level of interaction, because it can often feel like it's just me sat here by myself talking away to nobody. Like a crazy person. But yeah, I've got some questions. So, what inspires me to build the things I do? I guess I didn't realize I have to actually think about what to say. What inspires me to build the things I do? I guess I guess I want them to feel like they have a little bit of history. I guess. Can you just give me a minute? I'm not sure I love the fresh animations of the zombies, you know. Ah. Finally. Serenity. Anyway. Oh, I love the puddles. I love the post-rain puddles. Anyway, take this dock, for example. I tried to give a little bit of history. It's a bit old, it's a bit beaten up, and it's got cages and chests and things, and this little boat next to it, which Gigi now sits on. But there's a little bit of story, not too much. I appreciate with with just a small dock, but yeah, I've tried to put a little bit of thought into how whatever the build is would be used. And I love history. I really enjoy fantasy histories, and so I guess I try to imagine if it was real. Yeah, especially like in season 1 of this series, which feels quite strange actually, referring to a previous season, which some of you will just won't have even seen, and that's fine. Maybe you're just watching the new season. Yeah, almost everything I built in that series, I tried to put some thought into its purpose and how it would be used, and a little bit of story and a little bit of history. I think that's what inspires me. And as far as like building references, Pinterest. Pinterest is my friend. People with incredible Minecraft building talent post beautiful things on Pinterest, and also just non-Minecraft fantasy art of imagined historical places, you know, medieval towns and taverns. And look at this guy. I do like that the fresh animations mod just slightly tweaks everything. I think the only ones that don't sit right with me are the creeper and the zombie, because I guess they're just, I've been playing this game since 2012. So, what's that? 12 years? I've been playing this game for 12 years. Is that right? God. Well, that's so long. Yeah, so they're kind of iconic to me, the way they move, especially the creeper. So I don't know if I love it, but everything else is great. I love just the slight tweaks to the fish movement, the dolphins, the chickens, and yeah. I'll see how I feel, but I may even resort to slightly tweaking the mod to revert the creeper back to vanilla. But maybe not. Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe sometimes it's just time to accept something new, to let go, and accept change. You know, it's quite difficult when you're older to accept change. Isn't that right, Gigi? Yeah, she knows. Yeah, I guess that's what inspires me is history, adding story, giving something a bit of depth, and trying to imagine how it would exist in real life, how it would be used, and if it was used, what impact day-to-day life would have on it. You know, which part would be a little bit worn down, a little bit broken, or a bit dirty. Just these kind of things. But yeah, it's kind of what I want to. As I build more in this world, that's kind of how I want to... What am I trying to say here? The things I create, I want there to be levels to them. I want there to be a history and depth. So, as well as more contemporary to our time in this world, those kind of buildings, I also want there to be ruins, remnants of a time before us. I think that's something I loved about walking the lands in Breath of the Wild. It felt like you were living in a time after greatness, after something, and everything was a little bit ruined and a little bit whispers of the past everywhere. I love that. So I don't know, yeah, just some old ruins on that mountainside right there. It don't need to have any purpose except to imply a history. Imply a time before this one, of civilization before this one. And I guess the more we add, the more I can think about these things, and I can invent and develop the story of this imagined civilization that came before. And yeah, I love all that. I love all of that world building, and I think adding ruins and I think I want to tie Minecraft's magic system, the enchantment system, all of these mystical things into the past civilization. I think it would be quite cool if the current occupants of the world don't really understand the magic of this game anymore, and to find that's why we're fishing up ancient books, ancient tomes from the past that have long been lost to the past. I think it all kind of ties in that they understood the magic of the world and we don't anymore. And exploring all that together through the videos, through the series, I think that could be really fun. Yeah. So I think that kind of answers that question. Just about. Something else that I was asked was, where did I learn I guess it kind of ties into that, the whole story aspect. But where did I learn my storytelling skills? I don't know if I necessarily believe I have any storytelling skills. I suppose I must do to even be asked the question. Where did I learn my storytelling skills and my video editing and audio post-processing skills? All of it, I suppose the answer is I taught myself. Especially the video editing and the audio side of things. I just kind of figured it out. Right, Gigi? We just use YouTube and learn through that. Thankfully, YouTube is an infinite supply of knowledge, of people sharing very kindly the things they know. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, my storytelling skills, I guess, just from consuming stories throughout life, from watching films, playing games, and reading books. I guess filling my mind with stories. I suppose sometimes, often in a way to escape reality, which I think a lot of us use stories for. Maybe just filling my mind with stories has allowed me to bring stories out of me. There's now a reservoir of stories within me, built up over many years. many years. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really consider myself a great storyteller. I think I know my strengths. I know one of them is my calming voice. Because one of the other questions I was asked is what videos inspire me, and I think that was probably meant as what Minecraft videos inspire me. But yeah, I guess in general, what videos inspire me are the guys that silently build something. You know, just static camera and just chopping away or hammering away, and it's very relaxing to me. Like there's no talking. We're just sharing in the experience of watching something happen, watching something being created. And that really inspires me, and I think I would love to just silently play Minecraft, but I don't think that would have quite the same effect. And yeah, I also appreciate my strengths, which I think have been pointed out to me are my very calming voice. So it would be a shame, right? It would be a shame to just silently play Minecraft and without speaking, without talking. I don't know if I need to talk as much as I have today. This is what, 40 minutes of rambling away. But yeah, I can't even remember what I was answering. Where did I learn my storytelling skills? The world, I guess. The world of escapism. Where did I learn my editing and audio? YouTube. All YouTube. Honestly, I learned so much through YouTube. Oh, and the other question was not what YouTube series inspires me. It was what Minecraft YouTube series do I follow? Well, for years I've watched Eqqo and Doc and beat-ups, basically most of the current Hermitcraft. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't watch all of the Hermitcraft or Hermits. Kind of like the OG ones, the ones that used to be on Minecraft, and yeah, Doc, beat-ups, Eqqo. I watched Iskel for a long time before he was even on anyone's server, just when he was making his own videos. I guess what I have always enjoyed about their videos have been both the dedication, but also I get to watch them all interact and have fun with each other and play this game in a way that I honestly never have. I've never played this game with people. I just play by myself. And it's actually the reason I started playing this game in the first place. I watched a video of some kids enjoying a very early map called The Walls. And it just looked so fun. They were building together, they were thinking together and coming up with solutions together. And, you know, this was in a time before any game really did that. Most games were just running around killing each other. So yeah, it was watching that video. I couldn't even tell you what it was or who made it, that first inspired me to want to play this game, and here we are, 12 years later, and I'm talking very calmly into a microphone whilst I fish. It's very strange how we get to the places that we find ourselves. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to be here. Being able to do this, to relax. I guess it's kind of like an exercise in shared relaxation. I guess you could argue that that's kind of a key component of my videos. An exercise in shared relaxation. I like that. Yeah. A lot of you have shared that when you've been having a pretty bad time or struggling with life as we do, watching my videos and relaxing with me has helped. And I really love that. I really love that I somehow have managed to offer that to strangers. It's quite humbling that some aspect of me that to me is so natural can really help someone, can be incredibly beneficial to someone struggling through the stresses of life. And I'm just here being my calm, my natural calm self. Yeah, that's something else that I would agree is one of my strengths, being naturally calm. I don't think everybody has the chance or the opportunity to even attempt to live so calmly. I think life forces ourselves to be anxious and stressed and worry, and I guess I kind of refused. I was a very anxious child, and I hated it. I hated my anxiety having that power over me. So I'm not really entirely sure how, but when I was about 12, I decided that enough is enough. 12-year-old me decided I don't want to be anxious anymore. I don't want to worry and be scared. So I just stopped. And I'm sorry, I can't share the secret of how, because I don't even fully understand how myself, but something in me flipped. Something switched, and I decided to be calm, to actively seek calmness in my life. I suppose it was effort to protect myself, I guess. Because life is a lot. Especially when you're a scared little kid. Life is a lot. So, yeah. In an effort to protect myself, my mind switched and decided to seek calmness. And now I guess I choose to share that calmness with you guys. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, no, I know a lot of you appreciate it, and it is very, very humbling being told that I help people. It's a strange thing to hear, because I'm just playing Minecraft. I'm just making little videos of, I don't know, me building a fishing dock. And yeah, people are telling me I'm helping them. It's weird. It's weird sometimes. But yeah. Also, do I have any pets? That was one of the other questions. Do I have any pets? Currently, no. Currently, I choose to not have any pets. When I was younger, when I was a child, I had every possible pet you can imagine. I was the weird animal kid. I had so many pets. I think I've It's sought refuge in the world of animals, and, you know, like I said before, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so I guess my pets, my animals were all I had, really. But yeah, everything. Rabbits, mice, rats, guinea pigs, gerbils, chinchillas, hamsters, cats, dogs, a pig. Everything. But I guess something you don't think about when you choose to take on so many pets is they all die. They all die, and yeah, I guess when you're a little kid, that's a lot of grief to handle. And I know it's just an animal, but when you're a sensitive little boy, that's quite a lot. So, I think as an adult, I avoid pets. I've done that. I've had the pets. And even in, I think that sentiment has even followed me into this game. Like, I don't view Gigi as my pet, as our pet. She's just a cat, you know. She's doing her own thing. She's choosing to hang out with us. Literally have a mod installed called Independent Pets, so that she can just be here and doesn't need to follow us around. Although I have to set her to sit on the edge of this boat so that I can get the luck benefit. I don't know. Anyway, something else I was asked was, do I do anything else artistic besides making these videos? Yeah, not really. I mean, I have in the past done artistic, made other things. You know, I've painted, sculpted, written. I guess, yeah. If you have an urge, a creative urge inside of you, there's always the need to get it out in some way or another. But this seems to be the only thing I've found so far that I enjoy on a deeper level. I liked sculpting something. Then when it was sculpted, when it was done, I was done, and I got bored and moved on to the next thing. I haven't really got bored of Minecraft. I know I had a break. I think that was more, I don't know, I guess that was just life getting in the way, not allowing me the time to do this properly the way I want to. Yeah, I don't think I got bored. And I've come back to it, so I clearly didn't get completely bored. Yeah, this seems to be the only thing. But I guess I've always been a fairly creative person. I think I've always had this itch to make something. But I've always struggled with the idea of making something for someone else. You know, making something for money or for someone else's specifications. I guess I don't really like being told what to do, so I want to do it my way, and for me. And I think that is why we have spent almost an hour staring at this little fishing bobber bobbing in the lake, sitting next to Gigi, with the sound of seagulls above us, and that shipwreck in the distance. I think that's why we've spent an hour doing that, and only that. Because I don't want to do this for other people. I don't want to play the game. I don't want to do this for views. I don't want to do this to make good content. I want to do this because I love it. And I think this was both an exercise for me to prove to myself that I don't care. to show myself that I don't care and I'm not going to play the game. But also, I guess, in a way, it's a good test. Because if you're still here, if you're still listening to me, sitting here next to Gigi, talking nonsense for almost an hour, I think you've passed, you know. I think you're probably going to stick around. I think I would rather have 100 people still be listening an hour after an hour of me rambling than 100,000 people just viewing it. You know, 100,000 meaningless views on a video. It looks great. It doesn't mean as much. So, if you're still here, I appreciate you. Fully appreciate you. And I hope you stick around, because you clearly watched me do anything, so yeah, I guess that's a good sign. It gives me a bit of creative freedom. If you watch me fish for an hour, then I think I'm safe, you know. I think I'm safe to be myself and do whatever I feel like making these videos. And that's a really nice feeling. And that's what I need to focus on going forward. Make what I want to make. Build what I want to build. And be myself. I think that's good advice for anybody. Be yourself. And if people don't like it, oh well. There's billions of people in the world. Just find them. Find the ones that do like you. Find the ones that do like the way you do things. They exist. You guys exist. Guys, it's getting late. It's getting late again. We fished for a whole day. But you know, I'm not gonna give up, but I think I'm gonna spare you sitting here for 10 more hours with me, or however long this is gonna take. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop talking. But I'm gonna keep fishing. And we'll see how long this actually takes. I'll time lapse it. I'll speed it up. And we'll see how long it takes for me to finally fish a silk touch book. That was so pointless. I spent a whole week fishing. 5,000 uses of this fishing rod. And still no silk touch book. I got sick in the meantime. I didn't manage to release the video, obviously, because I was fishing. I can't even remember what my point was. Why did I want to do this? Why did I think this was a good idea? Well, I don't know, guys. I suppose we could view this as a failure. I didn't even get the silk touch book. This was an entire video dedicated to fishing to get a silk touch book, and we didn't even get one. But maybe that's just perspective. Maybe this video was never really about that. It was never about getting a silk touch book.